What's up, YouTube? This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll do my Raw 30th anniversary review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube. Follow my socials, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description, and let's talk about Raw. Now, Raw gets a 7 out of 10. That's all I gotta say. It gets a 7 out of 10. Alright, so we go then, now, forever together. The WWE video leads us into the show. The iconic cars of Rick Ringer's Real American Thunder in the arena, and the Philadelphia crowd explodes as two-time WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan and Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart comes out to the stage. Hogan says he has something to tell the WWE Universe. Hogan starts to speak, but his microphone eternally cuts out. A stagehand runs out and gives him a new microphone. Hogan puts over Monday Night Raw before asking the immortal questions. That's on everybody's mind. What you're going to do when Hulkamania 30 years of Monday Night Raw and the Philadelphia Eagles won Raw on you. The crowd loudly cheers for the Eagles reference. Alright, let's move on. A video plays highlighting 30 years of Monday Night Raw. We go back live into the arena to see a big protagonist display. Alright, so we get the Bloodline host tribal court with Sami Zayn. This segment was gold. This was really good segment right here, and it was gold at the same time. The crowd erupts, and once again, as the music of the Bloodline hits, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns comes out, along with the Wise Men, Paul Heyman, undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn, as the Bloodline makes their way to the ring. Replay are showing of Kevin Owens putting Roman Reigns through a table on SmackDown. Sami Zayn was late to make the save. In 5 days, Roman Reigns will defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. I already know Roman Reigns is going to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. I already know. Anyway, the crowd buzz and chants after the music stops. Most of the chants are in support of Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns takes the microphone and says, "Philadelphia, acknowledge me." Roman Reigns wants to get right down to business. Roman Reigns takes a seat at the head of a table set up in the ring. Sami Zayn sits on one side, and the Uso sits on the other side. Paul Heyman takes the microphone, and ECW chant fires up. Paul Heyman says, "Ladies and gentlemen, the jury of the jury, my name is Paul Heyman." Paul Heyman noticed a few moments ago that they were chanting 3 letters that are near and dear to him. Another loud ECW chant picks up. Paul Heyman says to Roman Reigns that ECW is dead, and he wishes the same for Sami Zayn. The crowd boos him. The Uso sneers at Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn looks very nervous. A Sami chant picks up. Paul Heyman speaks in Samoan and says Sami Zayn is a Judas. Sami Zayn is a betrayer of the island of Remembrance. Sami Zayn has been in a conspiracy with Kevin Owens since day one. Sami Zayn has been leading them on to feel good about themselves and how much he belongs in the bloodline. Sami Zayn was making them feel like the fans of Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to feel like the fans of the Philadelphia Eagles after they get conquered by Brock Purdy of the 49ers. The crowd loudly boos this. Paul Heyman says this is an open and shut case. He has exhibit A, B, C, and D, and E. Paul Heyman went all the way down to L, M, N, O, P. Paul Heyman has all he needs to show that Sami Zayn is guilty as charged. The prosecution hurriedly presents their evidence. Exhibit A, August 2022, shows Drew McIntyre attacks the Usos while Sami Zayn runs away in the background. Exhibit B, August 29th, 2022, shows Kevin Owens beating Jey Uso after Sami Zayn failed to act. Exhibit C, at Survivor Series, Sami Zayn was seeking individual glory after winning War Games. Exhibit D, on December 23rd of 2022, Sami Zayn accidentally bumped Roman Reigns on SmackDown. Heyman calls this assault on the tribal chief that was an average the assassination attempt. What's next? Will he utilize euthanize Roman Reigns father or castrate his sons? Paul Heyman begs off the tribal chief to find this bastard guilty as charged. Paul Heyman says the prosecution resets its case. Sami Zayn sadly picks up a microphone and slowly rises to his feet. Sami Zayn chuckles and says he had a whole defense all lined up and laid out in his head. The one thing he didn't count on was how he would actually feel when he came out here. Watching and listening to Paul Heyman says all that to his face after every time he hugged him that hurts so much. Watching him play that video and carefully craft it, what does he think he's doing? Does Heyman actually think he's conspiring against the tribal chief? How can he possibly think that? That hurts. After everything that has gone on, the people see it. They see it all over the past 9 months. The fact that Sami Zayn will be forced to sit here on the trial to defend himself hurts. Paul Heyman shouts good. Sami Zayn says his defense is that he has no defense. Sami Zayn throws the microphone down and takes his seat. Roman Reigns looks conflicted and grabs a microphone. Roman Reigns wants to get something straight. Sami Zayn has no defense. Sami Zayn has so much ego that he doesn't care about this. This doesn't mean anything to him. Roman Reigns gave him an opportunity after opportunity and welcomed him to his family. This is how he repays him. Roman Reigns shouts solo and throws the microphone down. Solo Sikoa approaches Sami Zayn, who isn't even trying to defend himself, and goes to hit a small spike, but Jey Uso stops him. The crowd erupts. So Jey Uso was the only one that saved Sami Zayn. Okay, defended Sami Zayn. That was good. But anyway, let me continue. Jey says he put together his own footage last night. Defense Exhibit A, June 3rd, 2022, shows that the Usos beating RK Bro for the titles with an assist from Sami Zayn on Productions. Defense Exhibit B, August 19, 2022, shows Sami Zayn taking a hit from Drew McIntyre to save Roman Reigns. Defense Exhibit C, September 9th of 2022, Sami Zayn it shows Sami Zayn saving Solo Sikoa from being hit with a chair. Defense Exhibit D, December 9th of 2022, shows Sami Zayn helping the Usos retain the titles. Defense Exhibit E, Sami Zayn stops the referee from counting a pin for Kevin Owens over Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn then attacks Kevin Owens and lays him out for Jey Uso to pick up the victory at War Games. Okay, Sami Zayn looks emotional watching the video. Jey says it's all right there on tape for Roman Reigns and the whole world to see. Sami Zayn has taken so many bullets for him. Roman Reigns and the whole bloodline. Sami Zayn is basically bulletproof. Sami Zayn looks really pleased. Jey didn't trust Sami Zayn at first. Jey actually despised him, but Sami Zayn saw the good in him the whole time and never gave up on him. That's what families do. That tape demonstrates loyalty and love to this family. Jay says he loves Sami Zayn like a brother. Jay tells the crowd to throw the ones in the sky if they want Sami Zayn to stay in the bloodline. The entire crowd put one finger, the index one of curse in the air, to support Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns rises to his feet and looks at Sami Zayn. A Sami Uso chant fires up. Roman Reigns says, "As your tribal chief and the head of the table, I find you, Sami Zayn, not guilty." Paul Heyman hangs his head in frustration and looks up to the sky. Roman Reigns adds a caveat and says, "For now." Roman Reigns tells Sami Zayn to thank Jey Uso because he brought him some time. Roman Reigns tells Sami Zayn to finish out tonight and makes the bloodline proud. Roman Reigns then doesn't want to see Sami Zayn again until Saturday at the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns doesn't want to hear from him. Sami Zayn will deliver his final test at the Royal Rumble. We'll see if Sami Zayn really is the bloodline or not. Roman Reigns puts the microphone down. Sami Zayn looks nervously at Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa sneers at him and leaves the ring. Jay puts his lid on Sami Zayn and hugs him. Sami Zayn also hugs Jimmy Uso. This segment right here was gold. This was a good segment This was a good segment and it was gold at the same time. I love this segment. Coming up tonight, Austin Theory will defend the United States Championship against Bobby Lashley in a no disqualification match. Becky Lynch will also battle Bayley in the first women's steel cage match in 19 years. We also see more WWE legends. Coming up next, the Usos will defend the Raw Tag Team Champions against the Judgment Day. Alright, so we get the Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay, accompanied by Sami Zayn, versus the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio, accompanied by Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. This was a good tag team match right here. This was good. Jimmy Uso will start against Damian Priest. Damian Priest quickly overpowers Jimmy. Damian Priest sends him into the ropes, but Jimmy Uso hangs on and sends him out of the ring. Damian Priest gets on the apron, but Jimmy Uso kicks him in the head. Jimmy Uso goes for a dive, but Damian Priest moves. Jimmy Uso puts the brakes on in time. Jimmy Uso gets out of the ring, and Dominic Mysterio gets in his face. Jimmy Uso knocks Dominic Mysterio down. Damian Priest then pounces Jimmy Uso onto the commentary table. Damian Priest gets Jimmy Uso in the ring and tags Dominic Mysterio in. Dominic Mysterio connects with a slingshot senton. Finn Balor gets a cheap shot, and Dominic Mysterio punches away at Jimmy Uso and tags Damian Priest in. Damian Priest kicks Jimmy Uso in the chest and sends him into the ropes for a jumping back elbow for a 1 count. Damian Priest applies a modified surfboard stretch. Now, Damian Priest was doing all the work in this match right here. But anyway, let me continue. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa are watching this match backstage. Damian Priest sends Jimmy Uso into the ropes and forearms him in the small of the back. Damian Priest tries again, but Jimmy Uso takes Damian Priest down with the lariat. Jey Uso and Dominic Mysterio tag in. Jey Uso hits a pair of clotheslines before kicking him in the midsection and overcutting him. Jey Uso hits Dominic Mysterio with a Samoan drop. Rhea Ripley looks nervous. Jey Uso crushes Dominic Mysterio with a hip attack to the face for a near fall. Dominic Mysterio fights back, but Jey Uso kicks him down. Damian Priest tags in and goes for South of Heaven. Jimmy Uso blind tags in. The Usos hits Damian Priest with a double team spine buster for a near fall. Damian Priest fights off the Usos with strikes before avalanching them both in the corner a few times. Back and forth. Damian Priest hits Jey Uso with a broken arrow. Jey Uso rolls out of the ring. Damian Priest sets up for the plancha, but Jimmy Uso super kicks him. Damian Priest answers with a super kick of his own. Damian Priest then crushes the Usos with a somersault senton on the floor. Damian Priest gets Jimmy in the ring and hits a big lariat for a near fall. Damian Priest hits Jimmy Uso with a diving elbow in the corner. Dominic Mysterio tags in. Damian Priest knocks Jey Uso off the apron. The Judgment Day hits Jimmy Uso with a modified Doomsday device for a near fall. Rhea Ripley is not happy with the referee's count. Damian Priest tags back in and goes for a Kerflick powerbomb, but his back gives out. Jey Uso tags in. The Usos hit Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest with a stereo super kicks for a near fall. Finn Balor checks on Damian Priest at ringside. Finn Balor throws Dominic Mysterio into the ring to distract the referee before counting Jey on the top rope. Crouching Jey Uso on the top rope. The referee catches Finn Balor the act and ejects him from ringside. Finn Balor flips out. In the ring, Jey Uso goes for the Uso splash, but Damian Priest gets his knees up and covers for no fall. Jey Uso immediately super kicks Damian Priest and tags Jey Uso in. Jey Uso hits an Uso splash, but Damian Priest kicks out. Rhea Ripley display a huge sigh of relief. Jimmy Uso hits Damian Priest with a diving plancha to the floor. Rhea Ripley shouts at Kevin Patrick on commentary. Jimmy Uso's ankle appears to be injured. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn check on him. The referee quickly calls for the medical personnel to come to ringside. They begin to help Jimmy Uso to attack the WWE official. They begin to help Jimmy Uso to the back. WWE official Adam Pearce runs out to check on the situation. Adam Pearce says if Jimmy cannot continue, they will have to forfeit the match and the titles. Sami Zayn has a solution. One Uso is down. Jimmy Uso is hurt, but Sami Uso is good to go. Sami Zayn wants to defend the titles with Jey Uso. The crowd is buzzing. Adam Pearce says he did it for the Judgment Day, so he'll do it for Raw 30th. This match will continue with Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa are closely watching. Jey and Sami Zayn get in the ring and brawl with Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. Sami Zayn clears the ring and hits Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio with a big somersault plancha. Sami Zayn's head hit the commentary table on the landing. Sami Zayn gets Dominic Mysterio in the ring. Damian Priest grabs Sami Zayn's ankle. Dominic Mysterio rolls Sami Zayn up and gets to his feet on the ropes. But Sami Zayn kicks out. Dominic Mysterio miles Sami Zayn with strikes. Sami Zayn quickly hits Dominic Mysterio with the exploder into the corner. Rhea Ripley gets on the apron to distract the referee. Damian Priest sneaks in and hits Sami Zayn with South of Heaven. Dominic Mysterio covers, but Sami Zayn barely kicks out. Dominic Mysterio kicks Sami Zayn in the ropes and goes for a 619, but Jey Uso super kicks Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest. Rhea runs in and Jey Uso stops himself from super kicking her. Rhea Ripley challenges him. Dominic Mysterio drop kicks Jey Uso into the ropes and hits a 619. Dominic Mysterio hits Jey with a fall splash. And covers, but Sami Zayn breaks up the pin. Damian Priest runs and forearms Sami Zayn in the face. Damian Priest charged, but he hits the ring post shoulder first. When Sami Zayn moves, Dominic Mysterio knocks Sami Zayn out of the ring. Jey Uso lifts Dominic Mysterio, but Mysterio slides off. Sami Zayn blind tags and Jey Uso super kicks Dominic Mysterio. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn hit the 1D for the win, for the victory. The winners is Stereo Raw Tag Team Champions. the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, and Sami Zayn subbed in. Anyway, this was a good tag team match. Roman Reigns says Sami Zayn pulled it off tonight, but he doesn't want to see him until Saturday. Jay Uso and Sami Zayn celebrate big time in the ring. Okay, let's move on. Baron Corbin and JBL are walking backstage when they bump into the Godfather. Godfather embraces JBL and asks who his stooge is. Godfather thinks his name is Barry Corbin. Godfather says Corbin isn't even on the list. JBL wants to speak with the owner. Godfather knocks on the door frame with a APA logo on it. Ron Simmons walks out and embraces his old tag team partner, JBL. They slip Ron Simmons and Godfather two stacks of cash. Corbin and JBL enter into the poker game. Other WWE legends are in the room playing poker with some undercard stars. Let's move on. Still photos are showing off some historic Raw highlights. LA Knight is in the ring. LA Knight says last Friday on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt brought back the Firefly Funhouse. LA Knight asks if he's really supposed to be scared of a grown man playing with puppets. LA Knight is all man. LA Knight is living on a post glory. Raw is turning 30 years old tonight. Legends in the back are living on past glory, like Bray Wyatt. If any single one of those legends has enough tingle in their LNs, he'll give them a preview of the pitch black match at their expense. No one response until the bell trolls the crowd erupts. The Undertaker music begins to play until it transitions to the music of the American Bad You Know What by Kid Rock. The Undertaker comes out on his motorcycle. Big Evil drives down to the ringside area. Arena and circles the ring in effect, circling his free his brave. Undertaker gets in the ring and pulls onto LA Knight shouts to cut the music. Cut the music. Allow Undertaker chant fires up before they take this anywhere. LA Knight heard what Undertaker said on Joe Rogan about the locker room being soft. LA Knight agrees and says Riot exemplifies that. LA Knight does not. LA Knight gets in the ring and asks Undertaker to consider the next headline. LA Knight is going to send the Undertaker to Undertaker. LA Knight then backs away and says he gives Undertaker a pass. He'll let Undertaker live to see retirement, but he wants him to watch the pitch black match. LA Knight is the new Lord of Darkness. The lights goes out. A spotlight show on LA Knight. A figure holding up a lantern appears behind LA Knight and scares him back. We see that it is Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt starts a slow walk to the ring, but LA Knight backs up in fear. LA Knight gets in the ring. The Undertaker sneaks up behind him and grabs him by the throat. The Undertaker applies the goose and brings Knight to his knees. Undertaker holds LA Knight before throwing him to Riot. Riot hits LA Knight with the Sister Abigail, starting at the Undertaker. Undertaker stares at Joe Biden and approaches him before whispering something to him. Undertaker then leaves the ring and runs off his motorcycle. Alright, let's move on. Backstage, Shaq Gable, Otis, Diamond Dallas Page, Eldron, Eluna Londra Blaze and Barry Corbin are playing poker. JBL picks up her discarded WWF Women's Championship. Gable falls. Blaze has a full house, but DDP beats her with a straight. Okay, the steel cage begins descending above the ring. The first women's steel cage match in 19 years on Raw is ready to take place. Okay, Bailey makes her way to the ring alongside WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Dakota Kai and Io Sky. So we go to commercial break. The steel cage match: Bailey versus Becky Lynch. This match right here was I must say this match was okay for what it was. As Becky Lynch goes to get into the ring, Dakota Kai and Io Sky run down. Becky Lynch tries to fight them off, but they get the better of her. They launch Becky Lynch into the wall of the cage with a double team flapjack before hitting her in the midsection with a chain. They get Becky Lynch in the ring. Damage Control is in the ring with Becky Lynch. They send her into the cage wall. Dakota Kai looks them in the cage with a chain and a padlock. WWE official Adam Pearce runs down and tries to regain order, but he cannot get in the ring. Bailey and Dakota Kai assist Io Sky with a moonsault on Becky Lynch. A bolt cutter is bring to ringside, and Adam Pearce cuts the chain to get into the ring. Damage Control climbs to the top of the cage and pulls it does not like Becky Lynch can compete, but can compete. Later tonight, Austin Theory will defend his United States Championship in a no disqualification match against Bobby Lashley. We go to commercial break. More photos of some historic moments on Monday Night Raw are shown. Are you ready? This segment got me confused. This segment got me feeling that I'm lost for words. Not in the good way, not in the bad way. I just not had nothing to say about this segment. So are you ready? The Generation X consistent of Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, Triple H, the Road Dogg Jesse James, and X-Pac comes out to the ring. Kurt Angle is tagged along with them and appears to be an honorary member tonight. Kurt Angle participates in the second pyro taunt. Kurt Angle is not a member of the Generation X. He will never be a member of the Generation X. And I'm talking about Kurt Angle. Let me continue. The Road Dogg says there's more things change the more they stay the same. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Road Dogg goes through his chef, Sheffield as he goes to say the bad you know what Billy Gunn. He knows Daddy isn't there in his place. It's Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle says he always wanted to be in DX and reveals he's wearing a DX shirt. Shawn Michaels says Kurt Angle will have to pass a test to get in. Triple H asks if he's ready. Angle asks if that's really a test. Triple H prepares to do the let's get ready to suck it. Which if you really look at the phrasing and odds thing to want to do collectively, but it stops by Imperium. So that went up right there by Imperium interrupted. Imperium gets in the ring, loud, with Caster and says DS is fifth, and announces WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther says DS is making mockery of this precious sport. They are going to kick DX out of the ring unless they're going to do something about it. Triple H gets in his face before saying he's retired, and HBK chant picks up. HBK says he's too old and can't do it. X-Pac says he has a bad case of shin splints. Road Dogg steps up before saying he won't fight him. Triple H calls Road Dogg a bitter being. The famous boxer who knocked out Bart Gunn at WrestleMania 15, which also took place in Philadelphia. DX huddles and looks at Kurt Angle. Triple H then pulls his arm out and Angle says Angle will fight them. Angle says he won't. DX says they're in a bit of a jam. He wishes there was someone that would want to fight them. Okay, let's move on. Burn it down, Seth Rollins. That's what it goes down right here. Seth freaking Rollins heads to the ring to a big reception. X-Pac says there's only one Rollins and three of Imperium. If only there was a team around to help face Imperium. The Street Profits makes their way to the ring. Shawn Michaels says they need someone to make this official. Triple H says this booking decision isn't easy. If this isn't easy, if only there was someone that could come out to make sense of this situation. WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long makes his way to the stage and says, "Hub on a minute, player." Long has the perfect idea. Tonight, Imperial will face the Street Profits and Seth freaking Rollins in a six-man tag team match. Player HBK says they'll need someone to keep this chaos under control. Triple H asks if he means a special referee. Angle says he has an idea, but Triple H says they'll be with him in a second. Angle takes off the DX shirt and reveals a red, white, and blue referee shirt. Triple H makes it official. HBK says if you're not down with the six-man tag team match, they got two words for you. Suck it. Alright, let's move on. Commercial break. WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler will be on commentary for the next match. So we get the six-man tag team match. Imperium Intercontinental Champion Gunther Ludwig Caster and Giovanni Vinci versus Seth freaking Rollins and the Street Profits Angel Dawkins and Montez Ford special guest referee Kirk Angle. Now I must say this was a pretty good match. This match was good. This match was good for what it was, in my opinion. Seth freaking Rollins start against Giovanni Vinci. Vinci hooks a side headlock, but Seth Rollins fights out. Rollins kicks and close on him. Jerry the King Lawler mentioned he's wearing the same jacket he wore on the first Monday Night Raw. Jerry the King Lawler tells Kevin Patrick to the next time he throws out his old clothes, he should stay in them. Montez Ford tags it and takes it to Vinci. Vinci soon takes him down with a stiff clothesline. Louis Castle tags in and attacks Ford. Louis Castle lands. I'm sorry. Louis Castle tags in and attacks Ford. Castle takes it to Ford, but Ford fights back with chops. Angel Dawkins tags it and slams Ford onto Castle. Dawkins attacks Caster and drops him with a right hand. Jerry the King Lawler wonders if Kevin Patrick will make it to Raw 31st. Seth Rollins and Gunther tag in. Gunther kicks and clubs him. Gunther drops him on the apron. Seth Rollins avoids a strike on the apron and knocks him back. Seth Rollins goes for a springboard clothesline, but Gunther chops him out of midair. Gunther twists the neck and chops for off the apron. So we go to commercial break. Picture commercial break. Caster tags in and chokes Ross on the ropes. Kurt Angle admonishes him Vinci get a cheap shot on Rollins. Caster whips at Rollins' face. Vinci tags in and crushes Seth Rollins with a backbreaker. Seth Rollins tries to fight him off, but Vinci needs him. Caster tags in. Imperium has Rollins hanging over the ropes. All three sandwich Seth Rollins with the big brute. Imperium pose Gunther gets Seth Rollins in the ring and stomps him. Caster tags back in. Caster applies a side headlock. Seth Rollins fights him off, but Caster pulls him down by the hair. Caster puts the chin lock back on. Back from the break, Caster cinches in the chin lock. A graphic in the corner has the Street Profits spelled as the Street Profits. Excuse me. Seth Rollins fights up to take Caster down. Vinci quickly tags in, but Seth Rollins escapes the attack. Ford tags in and kicks Vinci back. Ford hits a pair of clotheslines, followed by some wild chops. Vinci reverses a whip, but Ford clotheslines him down. Vinci avoids the insecurity, but Ford flips a back suplex. Ford takes Vinci down and applies an ankle lock. Dawkins apply an ankle lock to Caster. Angle looks pissed. Vinci desperately tagged Gunther in. Gunther attacks Ford and Dawkins before getting in their face. Angelo Dawkins shoves Gunther. Okay, Seth Rollins knocks Gunther out of the ring. Angelo Dawkins hits Caster with a somersault plancha. Ford then hits Vinci with a nasty somersault senton. Seth Rollins sets up for a suicide dive, but Gunther runs in and takes him down. Gunther boos him back and hits a powerbomb for a near fall. Gunther goes for a German suplex, but Seth Rollins splits through. Seth Rollins hits Gunther with an insecurity and hand super kick. Seth Rollins connects with a angle slam on Gunther. Angle smiles wildly. Vinci tags it. It does for it. Vinci clotheslines for it. Caster sets up for an Imperial bomb, but Seth Rollins runs up and hits a suplex for twisting Caster onto Dawkins' shoulder. Caster onto Dawkins' shoulders. Ford and Dawkins hit a super blockbuster. Gunther runs in, but Seth Rollins hits the WWE Intercontinental Champion with the pedigree. Vinci runs in and Dawkins hits a spinebuster. Ford hits Vinci with a huge frog splash. Seth Rollins then signs Vinci up and hits a stomp for the victory. The winner of the match, Seth freaking Rollins and the Street Profits. This match was good for what it was. Alright, let's move on. We go back to the poker game. Baron Corbin defeats the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase in poker. Arvin R. Scotcher walks up. IRS reminds Corbin to pay his taxes. IRS puts all the winning in his briefcase and gives Corbin a single $100 bill to keep after taxes. Ted DiBiase shouts everyone has a price on someone walks up and is nervous. They said situations. Ron Simmons looks around thinking about the perfect word that can sum up this particular set of community circumstances. JBL, who has spent so much time with Ron Simmons, know where this is going, and does everyone else. Simmons has no choice but to dig down deep into his falls of fame so that he delivered the perfect word. You know what? Alright, let's move on. That was a good backstage segment. Anyway, let me continue. Coming up next, we'll see SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Commercial break. More photos are showing from some of the great moments in Monday Night Raw's history. So we get Captain Kelly's backstage with Bobby Lashley. She asks why the match against Austin Theory become a no disqualification match. Lashley says no DQ means there are no excuses for Theory. Theory can get himself thus qualifying. Lashley can be suspended for what he do to him. Lashley says he'll already defended Theory if he's not Brock Lesnar. Lashley took care of Brock Lesnar, and then and then the stupid suspension. Now it's now he's got Theory. MVP walks up and says he knows Lashley will stay tuned to his word. MVP wants to celebrate after his win. Lashley says he didn't need MVP almost to become no contender. Tonight he'll handle it. Handle his business. Lashley walks off. MVP says, "Handle your business." Woo. The Nature Boy Ric Flair comes out to the stage in a wild suit. Ric Flair says, "We're celebrating 30 years of Raw. The crowd keeps up their light shining and keeps up Nature Boy styling and profiling." Dominic, not Dominic, Dominic, what's it say? Um, Nature Boy Ric Flair comes out to the stage in a wild suit. Ric Flair says, "We're celebrating 30 years of Raw. The crowd keeps their lights shining and keeps the Nature Boy styling and profiling. Diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Night Raw. Woo, WWE has given him so much and let him be successful, but the greatest gift is getting to watch his daughter succeed and surpass her goals. Flair is so honored as a father, wrestler, and fan to be here to introduce the greatest woman champion in industry, WWE, Charlotte Flair." So, SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair comes out to the stage and embraces her father. Charlotte Flair walks down to the ring and Ric Flair walks to the back. Corey Graves says there are 30 words championships between the two of them and counting. Charlotte Flair gets in the ring. Flair says it was right here on Raw where they began to revolutionize women's wrestling. She evolved from a diva to a 14-time women's champion. Woo, Flair has faced names like Ronda Rousey, Nikki and Brie Bella, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. Flair is able to call herself the most decorated woman athlete of all time. She's here as the SmackDown Women's Champion, but Monday Night Raw will always be her home. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair makes her way to the ring, and EST champ picks up. Bianca Belair says she respects everything Flair has done for this business, not just her. This is Belair's show in her name. She does all she can to make sure Raw is the greatest show on television. Sonya Deville music hits and she comes out to the stage. Flair and Bianca Belair look confused. Sonya Deville asks if they realize how historic tonight's show is. It really necessary for Charlotte Flair to fly her daddy to give her an introduction on a show no one wants her on. As for Bianca Belair, does she really think people tune in to Raw to see her? Sonya Deville says she used to run this show and has been held down. Where is her recognition? Flair says she owns Sonya Deville with a she shot this past Friday, but this is Belair's show. Now, Bianca Belair doesn't handle Sonya Deville. Bianca Belair has no problem with that. And she'll make Sonya Deville the center of her attention. Sonya Deville thinks about it. Well, see if this match takes place. So we go to commercial break. That segment right there was god awful. So we go to commercial break. The classic WrestleMania 21 movie commercial breaks are hyped up. So we get the non-title Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Sonya Deville. Now this match I didn't really care. I did not care about this match. Bianca Belair easily handled Sonya Deville in the early moment of the match. Bianca Belair drop kicks her to the corner and shoulders her. Sonya Deville gets the advantage and punches away at Bianca Belair's midsection. Sonya Deville looks into the camera and says, "This will be Charlotte Flair." Sonya Deville puts Bianca Belair in the corner and punches the midsection. Sonya Deville hits a nightmare and goes for an sliding knee, but Bianca Belair voices it. Bianca Belair bars her up for a 1 count. Bianca Belair moves Sonya Deville back and goes to the second move to taunt her. Bianca Belair backflips over her and hits a backbreaker. Bianca Belair hits a handspring standing moonsault for a 2 count. Bianca Belair whips Sonya Deville in the corner, but Sonya Deville says out of it was a 2 count. Bianca Belair whips Sonya Deville into the corner, but Sonya Deville boosts her back. Bianca Belair quickly sends Sonya Deville out of the ring. Sonya Deville gets on the apron, but Bianca Belair drop kicks her to the floor. Bianca Belair boosts her back from the apron and jumps her over. Sonya Deville kicks Bianca Belair back. So we go to commercial break. We come back from the break to see Bianca Belair hit a delayed vertical suplex. Bianca Belair goes for a stand moonsault, but Sonya Deville gets her knees up. Sonya Deville viciously kicks her down and rolls her up for a 2 count. Bianca Belair soon overwhelms her out of nowhere and hits the KO kiss of death for decisive victory. The winner of the match, Bianca Belair. That match itself was terrible. Ooh. Yeah, that match was terrible. Bianca Belair says this is a preview of what she'll do to Alexa Bliss at the Royal Rumble. Nothing will stop her from leaving as champion. Alexa Bliss appears on the screen and says she is Bianca Belair's only obstacle. If anyone could just have her alone, Bianca Belair would know it. Alexa Bliss can rip her face off. She spare Bianca Belair eyes so she can see the leave with the Raw Women's Champion. Bianca Belair sneers in the ring. Alright, let's move on. So we get Cody Rhodes will return to the 2023 Royal Rumble match. The United States Champion is still to come. Commercial break. John Cena is the featured wrestler on this year's cover of WWE 2K23, which is I'm hype about that. Okay, since we got War Games in WWE 2K23, I'm so hype about that. Can't wait to play WWE 2K22 Deluxe Edition. Anyway, let me continue. The Miz is in the ring and he does not look happy. On the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, where is his Miz TV Championship match or a celebration of all his Raw moments? He is the first ever Grand Slam champion in the history of this company. The crowd starts buzzing. All of a sudden, Kevin Owens gets in the ring and hits Miz with a stunner. Kevin Owens grabs the microphone out of the stunned Miz hand. Kevin Owens says Roman Reigns thinks Sami Zayn isn't guilty, but Roman Reigns is guilty of holding the undisputed WWE Universal Champion hostage for 2 years at the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens gives everyone his word that he will do everything he can to change that and give everyone a champion that can be proud of. Kevin Owens will just keep fighting until he's nothing left. On Saturday, he'll take that title from Roman Reigns or will die trying. Miz stumbles to his feet, so Kevin Owens hits him with another stunner and that sends him out of the ring. Kevin Owens angrily pace around the ring before storming off. Okay, the commentators run down the card for 2023 Royal Rumble. The United States Champion Austin Theory makes his way to the ring. He'll face Bobby Lashley in a no disqualification match next. So we go to commercial break. So we get the United States Champion no disqualification match: Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. Now this was a good main event. In my opinion, this was a good main event, but the ending was lame. That's all I gotta say from here. The bell rings and they lock up. Yeah, the bell rings and they lock up. Lashley powers Theory to the corner and punches him down. Theory pops out of nowhere and applies a side headlock. Lashley slams him off and clotheslines him out of the ring. Lashley goes outside and dribbles Theory's head into the ring post. So we go to commercial break. Picture in picture commercial break. Lashley drives Theory into the barricade a few times. Lashley puts him in the ring, but Theory quickly slides out. Theory tries to escape by crawling under the ring, but Lashley grabs him. Lashley whips him to the barricade post. Lashley puts Theory in the ring and slowly gets in. Lashley attacks him in the corner and throws him out of the ring again. Lashley lifts up the ring apron and goes for a weapon. Theory attacks him from behind, so Lashley mauls him with elbows in the skull. Lashley dribbles him into the barricade and hits a neck breaker. Lashley cheese out on taking the back bomb to the floor. Lashley goes for a weapon, but Theory attacks him. Theory grabs a table, which seemingly delights the crowd. Theory puts Theory then puts the table back under the ring to upset them. Lashley attacks Theory, getting in the ring and whips him to the corner. Lashley charges and connects with a shoulder. We come back from the break to see Lashley hit a neckbreaker. Lashley goes for a delayed vertical suplex. Theory pokes him in the eye to get out of it and hits a rolling thunder dropkick. Theory hits a fireman's neckbreaker to the knee for a near fall. Theory punches away at Lashley before leaving the ring. Theory grabs a steel chair and gets in the ring. Theory smashes the chair on Lashley's spine before wedging it in between the turnbuckles in the corner. Theory approaches Lashley. Lashley grabs him by the head and throws him over the top rope to the apron. Lashley knocks Theory to the floor. Lashley goes to leave the ring, but Theory sweeps the feet. Um, Theory gets Lashley in the ring and goes under the ring for a table. Then the crowd cheers to approval as Theory slides the table in the ring. Theory approaches Lashley, but Lashley applies the hurtlock. Theory fights it, so Lashley rolls him up for a 2 count. Lashley hits a flatliner before sending Theory headfirst into the chair. Wedges in the corner. Theory shoulders also hit the ring post for good measure. Lashley sets up the table in the ring and goes outside to grab Theory. Theory sprays him in the face with a fire extinguisher and sends him head first into the ring steps. So we go to commercial break. Picture in picture commercial break. They show replay of what Theory just did to Lashley. They put a second table in the ring, leaning in the corner. Theory grabs the fire extinguisher and sprays Lashley with it again. Theory pulls with a fire extinguisher before putting Lashley in the ring. Theory goes to drive Lashley through the table that is leaning in the corner, but Lashley stops him. Lashley tries to put him through the table, but but Theory avoids it. Theory then throws Lashley out of the ring and taunts the Philadelphia crowd. Theory goes outside, but Lashley quickly fights him and puts him in the ring. Theory drop kicks Lashley in the knees. Theory goes to the top rope, but Lashley cuts him off. We come back from the final break of the evening at 10:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There are only 3 more minutes set for Raw is 30th 30. Lashley hits Theory with a superplex. We're in the final 2 minutes. Lashley hits Theory with a modified Dominator. Lashley signs Theory up for a spear through a table, but Theory kicks him. Theory lifts him, but Lashley slides off and applies a hurt lock. Theory low blows him. Lashley quickly makes a comeback and hits a spine buster through the table. So we get Bock Lesnar music. It's a Showstopper TV called it. The crowd, Europe's Brock Lesnar is the one who cost Lashley the title months ago. We're in the final minute of Raw. Lesnar gets in the ring and hits Lashley with the F5. Lesnar then grabs Theory and gives him an F5 onto Lashley for the victory. The show almost immediately goes off the air after. So the winner of the match is still your United States champion, Austin Theory. This was a good main event match right here, and Monday Night Raw goes Monday Night Raw goes up the air. But I'm gonna say this: Monday Night Raw gets a 7 out of 10. But the highlight of the night was the first hour of Raw of the Bloodline segment. That segment was very good and it was gold at the same time. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my Raw 30th anniversary review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on Raw 30th anniversary. Because it was a 7 out of 10. That's all I gotta say from here. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you please hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video on YouTube or go live on YouTube. Follow my socials, my TikTok and Twitch, and my Instagram, TikTok and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my WWE NXT review and highlights. And then that's all I gotta say from here. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang.